Still a nice picture though of this week, cause I don't know, it's just something about this that I like. Hey guys, it's Gum here, and we are back for more Sonic Colors Ultimate, which is the finale. And the last time we did Terminal Velocity on both console and DS, but we're back on the DS because there was one more thing on that I haven't shown yet, and that's the Nega Mother Wisp. Warning, warning, highly dangerous. And so, basically how you unlock this is you have to beat Terminal Velocity in the DS version and get all the Chaos modes up too, because this is a Supersonic final boss. So that's what you need this for, like right here. Yeah, not as cool as the supersonic transformation like in the Rush games, but oh well. Nah, starting this here, and I'm actually gonna cut ahead here because I did restart. My first run on this boss fight was me trying to figure out what to do, and it was taking too long, so I decided to restart. Start right here because I wanted to try to get a good rank on this. So I'm basically just skipping my first attempts on that. It's nothing too explosive you're really missing. Basically what you have to do is boost those rocks into the Nega Mother Wisp's tentacles, which there's two of them. You have to hit them both, and we want to avoid those purple things because if you grab too many of them, you'll slow down. And you do want to collect rings as well because your ring count will go down one by one. And once you hit both of the tentacles, you go into like this boost mode here, and boost towards the Mother Wisp eye. And what's nice is that your rings actually don't drain during this, which is pretty cool. When you want to avoid the laser, Mother Wisp's laser, because if you get hit, you'll have to redo this part, and if you get hit 3 times during this part, you'll have to re-hit the tentacles. And when you get up close, you have to lock on to the eye and then boost into it. So that's how it works. It's kind of a simple fun. It's kind of an easy boss fight once you get the hang of it, but it can be a little tricky to figure out. So yeah, this is quite a fun boss fight. I don't know if I would say it's my favorite, but it might be. I'm not sure. Okay. And like before with the last episode, I recorded this ahead of time, just doing post commentary on it because that's just a little bit easier for me to do like this, because it's after my last one of Generations. We're doing both boss fights of console and 3DS as went. So I'm doing it in those fireballs there you want to avoid, because you hit them, you'll get knocked back like that. And you notice how the Mother Wisp's eye, it has like flower petals on it, kind of. And when I hit the first one, and yeah, you can knock the rocks out of the way too. When I hit the first one, the first time, 2 of them knocked off. So if I hit her again, 2 more will knock off, and have to get all of them will knock off, and that's it. Just have to do this boosting part 3 times if you can land the hits. So there I missed my hit. I missed my shot at hitting it, so now I have to redo the tentacles parts. And I'm not really showing this off, but the tentacles do lower and raise back up, so you kind of have, it's kind of like a little bit of a timing thing to it as well. So so that if you can hit them, then you can go on to the next part. Of course the video would freeze up right here, when it didn't do it at all before, but the audio was still in sync, and with that the video was just going to speed up. I was hoping it wouldn't do this at all. But and now I'm just gonna wait for it to go, and you'll notice that there was a couple footage catching up to it. Admittedly, it's kind of funny just to see footage like that. the speeding up like that kind of, and this is also the benefit of actually playing the game, and not just having with live commentary instead of just doing post commentary over it. Is that I won't have any points with the video or just buffer, which obviously the video would just buffer if you're watching it, depending on your connection. But yeah, that's something I can't control with this unless I get better internet. Which I guess it just hasn't been too great lately from the snowstorm that happened. But oh well. Hopefully will be a little better. Just waiting, flying through space here, just taking on the nega mother wisp. And you like the music I plays doing it. It's like an 8-bit short version of Reach for the Stars, which we actually are going to be hearing a full version of that song later in the video. So at this point I just have one more hit left. Then the perspective can be a little off at times, and the screen crunch can also kind of mess you up some, because you don't know where a fireball is on how much room you have until to avoid the laser. But you'll eventually get the hang of it and feed the nega mother wisp and restore it back to normal. And there I wanted to show the bottom of it and the tentacles there, and an A rank, which I did replay this again after I finished recording this to get yes rank. Again, I got it. And another thing too is that in the DS version is that after you defeat Eggman in terminal velocity, tropicals avoid disappear, goes through the black hole or get destroyed through it. But the planets don't return back to normal. I mean, well, they do. But they don't get teleported away. But in the DS version, it's a little different, where you have to defeat the nega mother wisp, and then they'll disappear, or just go back to where they originally came from. So that's basically it for Sonic Colors. All we have left is the credits, and then. And that will be it. So we'll just get those credits going, and I'll be quiet so you can hear the songs, and then I'll give my thoughts on the game after they're done. So enjoy.
Finally, we can relate. Our side by side, this is fate. I knew all along we'd find some way to communicate.
and those two songs were Speak With Your Heart, which was the ending theme of the game, and Reach For The Stars, which was the main theme of the game. And a few things I want to point out before I get into my final thoughts of the game here is that, first off, this is actually a fully interactive segment here. It's like, can run, slide, jump, even when we attack the letters, saying boost, if I can get boost energy, that is. And so, it can even destroy the letters, but I don't want to do that because I want to leave them there for you all to see. So, probably geez, if it does look like a little too bright on there, but not sure what the problem is, but I don't want to mess with it. So, at least you can still see the letters. So that's what kind of matters. Guess one quick touch can't hurt. Let's see. Yeah, that kind of helped a little. Yeah, that did help a little bit. But not sure about a lot. Okay. I don't want to mess with it anymore. I guess I'm just gonna have to leave it there. Oh, and another thing too, there was this egg shuttle thing on the map to where, yeah, there was this egg shuttle thing on the map to where if you select that, it basically takes you, like the speed run of the game, so it takes you from opticals with Act 1 to the final act terminal velocity Act 2, which is crazy. Yeah, and it's cool is that your boost actually carries over from after each act is done. So that's quite nice. Nice, and I've only done that thing once. Well, twice technically, because I had to do it on the Wii version as well as this version. So that's something that's kind of cool. One nice little thing to do. And yeah, and also there is a DS the DS version of Colors does have its set of credits, but I'm not gonna play those because that would just make the video a little bit too long. Well, not to say they're like as long as these credits, but they're like 7 minutes long. But I'll link them in the description if you want to check them out. But yeah, anyway, with that said, now my thoughts on the game. Before I get into that, we're gonna be here for a while because these credits are twice as long as what they were in the Wii version. The Wii version, these credits were like 14 minutes long, and here they're 30 minutes long because they have to show the credits to Blind Squirrel, the people who remastered this game onto modern consoles. So that's why we're gonna be here for a while. But I have quite a bit to say, so we'll see if we can talk our way through all of it. So Sonic Colors Ultimate. We'll say, yeah, this is the point here where they were starting to credit Blind Squirrel. Right here. So, Blind Squirrel Games, that's what it's called. So, yeah, what is it? Sonic Colors Ultimate. We'll say, had a great time playing this game again. Yeah, it sure was fun playing it, even though, yeah, this game is like very recent. It came out in September of 2021. And this is being recorded in February. By the way. So it's only like a few months old, and who knows if more patches for the game will be coming out, because, yeah, that probably will be a few more, and, yeah, so this game was being rumored, like, around a year ago, and at that, almost a year ago, and at that point there, I was like, okay, I'll take anything at this point, because because it was like over a year since the Sonic movie came out, and I was like, I'll just take any game at this point, even if it is just a remaster of something. And we got this and played it. And I really enjoyed it. I definitely enjoyed replaying this game since I haven't played the Wii version in a while since when I got the game. But yeah. So when Sonic Colors itself. I do think this is still a pretty great Sonic game overall. Well, I don't think it's amazing. I don't think it's the best Sonic game ever. Because wouldn't put this in my top 5. I would probably put this maybe be somewhere in my top 6 or 7. Well, because the reason I say that is because I would put Ultimate over the Wii version just a tiny bit more. Because I just kind of like some of the improvements this game made over the Wii version. With a few things I have not that are in the Wii version that I do like the multiple save files and the Mii's. But yeah, colors I do quite enjoy. Still really like the game. And yeah, man, I never considered this game to be a bad game or anything. Especially when it was like some point after the Sonic movie came out, it was classified as bad, which I never thought this was a bad game. I still thought it was a great game. And yeah, part of that's due to the stuff. Because part of that's because this is where it all started for the meta era, or as people like to call it. But but you shouldn't really just blame a game that started it all off because it's carrying assets over into some things over into later games of that decade, like the writers, who's in Wisp. Although I never really mind the Wisp too much. They never got in the way of the platforming in the gameplay too much. They were mostly optional, so I usually just didn't mind them too much. But I thought they were good enough and even if when they did get in the way, I didn't mind them as much. Just because I felt like they controlled just fine as they were. Not all of them are great though, like the Burst Wisp in this game that is. Better than some of the later games it's in. But yeah, and this game does have quite a bit of 2D in it, which it kind of had me against the game with my one few problems with the game, which still kind of is, but I don't mind it as much as I used to. So, yeah, and do you think this game's still a pretty satisfying game at the end? And I do think the story itself is good. Not amazing or anything. It's not bad. It's good. It's a good story. Okay, even so, despite this being Contact and Graph's first Sonic game they've wrote for, I think they did a good job for this being their first one. And technically last one, because this is a port of it after all. Well, but yeah, I do think the story in this game's good. I do think the level design's good. So yeah, Sonic Colors Ultimate, I would highly recommend this. I would absolutely recommend giving it a shot, especially since it came out onto modern consoles. To those of you try that version, but the main reason this came out onto modern consoles was not because of the game going bad, but because Azuka wanted to deliver a quick Sonic game to get the fans who got introduced through Sonic through the movie to a quick and easy game when that game was Colors, which from the eyes of Sega didn't make sense why they chose this game. Even though personally I would have liked there would have been better choices I would have had in mind, like the adventure games, even Heroes, if I'm going to be honest with you. But that's because it's kind of an underrated game, and it has a unique gameplay up to it that hasn't been done in any Sonic game other Sonic games since then. And so, yeah, I would recommend giving this a shot. And shout here, and I didn't really run into too many glitches when the game first came out. But I did I kind of ran into one thing when I first played Tropical Zord Act 1 back when the game came out. And I'm talking about Ultimate, by the way. Way too well. When I was grinding on the rails, it was like before the rails part before the good, great, awesome, outstanding, amazing ramp. To where I was grinding on those rails, and as soon as I was on the right one, and then I wanted to jump to the middle one, but as I did it, I jumped when it was about to come to the turn, and then I just flew right off. That might have been me, but I don't know if that was a glitch that got patched out or not. But I don't know. I'm just gonna say that one was on me. But oh well. Other than that, I never really ran into any other glitch in the game, with maybe the exception of the music getting cut out during the results screen. things, which that thankfully got patched out. Same with there being music in the credits all the way, because before the credits would just be silent for like the second half of it, the credits, which was kind of weird, but at least there was music still playing in the credits now, which is good. So yeah, and thing. And I did not run into any points where the game crashed on me, because I don't know if that's just in the PS4, the PlayStation version, or the PC version or not. But I know they don't have the color features that the Switch had, but thankfully that got patched out like almost immediately. So yeah, those bugs never really kept me from hating Colors Ultimate. It just doesn't make the game as polished as the Wii version, which, yeah, I'll have to give it that, but at least they'll get it. Their patches are still coming out. Well, who knows if there will be more? Probably one or two more. Or maybe 3. Who knows? But those bugs never kept me from hating Ultimate. Got me thinking that, come on, they can do better than this when you're remastering a game that came out in 2010. But anyway, so that's pretty much kind of the credit it for all we really have to say for Colors Ultimate, and yeah, all the additions they added to the game are pretty cool. Well, I quite like them. But yeah, anyway, that's pretty much all I have to say about my thoughts on the game, really. And I do actually have a quick story I want to tell you here. This is back when Colors on the Wii was coming out, back in 2010. So I saw a trailer for Sonic Colors, trailers back in like 2010, and Sonic interacting with some wisp, alien, which was a wisp, and when I read the title Sonic Colors, that got me thinking, oh, this is gonna be like a plot where Eggman steals the colors of the world and Sonic has to bring them all back. Which, that would have been really cool if that did happen, but that did not happen. Instead, we got Eggman building an amusement park in space, which was still pretty cool. Well, it does even go back to Eggman's roots of capturing animals and turning them into robots. That's in it, so there's that too. So yeah, it would have been cool if that was the plot of Colors, where Eggman took the colors of the world and Sonic has to bring them back. Kind of also reminds me of this one Mickey Mouse Clubhouse episode. I don't remember the name of it. It was like where Mickey and friends had to get the colors of the world back because for some reason the colors were disappearing. Everything was going like in black and white. Which I feel like I need to check that episode out again. But yeah, it was quite a cool one. It kind of reminded me of that, but yeah, but that's not what happened. Instead, we got this, which I'm still happy with this either way. But yeah, so yeah, my next play will be, and before I get to say that, I do have a bonus video left in this because I am going to be showing off the options satellite in Ultimate, because that is different from the Wii version, and I'm also going to be showing off Supersonic. I'm also going to be showing a couple of alternate pathways off in Tropical Resort that I didn't get to show off because I did not have the Drill Wisp at the time. And so I'm going to be showing that stuff off as well. For the bonus video. Then after that, my next Let's Play will be, I brought this up back, I believe we hinted at it back when I was doing Aquarium Park, back in the DS version. But here it is again, and my next Let's Play will be Finding Nemo video game for GameCube, which that'll be kind of a fun one to play again because I haven't played that one in years. And I'm also going to be doing a couple other video game movies, movie video games after that, which will be Cars the video game and Ratatouille the video game, all on GameCube, by the way. Well, we're going to go in order with Finding Nemo, then Cars, then Ratatouille. Yeah, I know it's weird I'm skipping over The Incredibles, but even though I do own the game, but I haven't finished the GameCube version, but have finished the Lego Incredibles. But who knows if I'll do Let's Plays on those. Probably not going to be for a while. But yeah, that'll be what my next Let's Play is going to be on Finding Nemo video game. So that'll be kind of a fun one to play again. Hopefully the disc isn't too scratched. If it is, then that would be a problem, but I already have one problem to write with that game that I'm going to have to say once we get to it. Which, well, I'm going to save it for when we start the Let's Play on that. And so that'll be fun, and who knows what my next Sonic game I'll be Let's Playing is. Probably Sonic Forces, if I'm going to be honest with you. But it's not going to be next, because I want to do a couple other games in the meantime, which is the three I just mentioned. But yeah, so all we have left to do is wait for these credits to end, and there is a cutscene at the end of the credits, but since I've already played through the credits on here, well, it's not going to automatically take me to that cutscene, so I have to manually go to that cutscene, which is just shows Eggman and what happens to Eggman after his amusement park is destroyed. But cutscene always reminds me of Generations, because I never saw that cutscene, I never saw the cut. I played Generations first before Colors, because then I didn't watch any cutscenes of Colors until like some point down the line after Generations. And so that's gonna be, so yeah, we'll be seeing that, and yeah, then that'll be it for the video. So all we have to do is wait for these credits to end, which shouldn't be too much longer because we are getting kind of close to should be getting close to the end by now. Yeah, and you may have noticed back there the wisp capsules are like combining in one another. Back there, and you can even use the wisp to destroy these letters as well. Like the laser wisp, you'll just bounce all across and around the screen. The drill wisp, it would do the same, just a little slowly. Spike wisp, you'll just jump in, and you can even homing attack into the letters, but that one's one of the weaker ones you use in the credits. Rocket, you'll just shoot straight up and take off some letters surrounding you. Q is probably pretty effective. It's really effective on these because it just creates a ground pound and destroys the letters in the area. Hover, you just hover into them. That one's probably the weakest out of all of them. And Frenzy, you just jump into them. You don't get bigger, unfortunately. But oh well. Oh, I didn't show them off anyways because I wanted to leave the credits as they were so you can see them. And yeah, there's the moon back there. That means when you see that moon there, that means the credits are almost done. And so we're getting close to the end of these credits, and so we have a little bit more to go. So it'll be quite fun to play for these again. Quite fun to reach the end. And also, if we were playing the Wii version of the color, the Wii version's credits, there will be much more stuff in the background here instead of just an empty space void with stars. Well, we will get some asteroids, a few planets, and maybe some moons flying by in the background, similar to what the moon is up there doing. Which is a little bit better than what these credits are, because it's just kind of the same background over again with a slight scrolling over. But it is what it is. I don't really mind too much. And we're at the end. And because we're back on Earth. It's a Sega right there, when we destroy that. And there. Destroy that. That's one thing I'm fully destroying. Which I technically destroyed 4 other ones in loving memory of that person. And so. And also, if you were playing the Wii version, Shin's credits here. At the end, you would get a whole bunch of 1-ups for the first time clearing it, but there's no life system in this game, and interesting how the moon keeps going. Same with that wisp. But yeah, that's pretty much it in here. So see you all next time for the bonus video, or for the next Let's Play, which will be on Finding Nemo, the video game. So see you all next time for that.